the worst date was my future brother-in-law took me out sailing, and I was supposed to be at the rehearsal dinner party, and we only got there about 2.5 hours late. And my father-in-law told my wife that if she wanted to call the wedding off, that he would be okay with it.
The worst? A girl in the 8th grade named Kathy Carmody. I went to a dance with her. I had the biggest crush on her. She was a cheerleader in high school, and I'm playing basketball, and every basket I would score, I'd look over at her, and for 4 years of high school, she broke my heart.
Worst date ever. I basically knew I wanted to break up with the girl, but we were still going out to dinner, and like 10 minutes in, I'm like, man, I gotta pay for this dinner. I'm like in high school. It's kind of an expensive place, TGI Fridays for me at that time. I was like, what am I doing here? So I'm like, let me just cut to the chase. 5 minutes in, I'm like, hey, I don't want to be with you anymore. I gave the waiter $5, said, sorry for bringing me the waters. Here's a tip. I'm out. Worst date ever.
Went out to dinner, pretty nice restaurant. Go in, order some food, get a bottle of wine, the whole thing. And, the check comes, reach into my pocket to pay. And, of course, have my wallet in there. No money, no credit cards, nothing.
So I got set up on a blind date. I talked to the girl. We were supposed to meet at this bar. And as I'm waiting for my date to show up, I get into a very snippy exchange with a girl who was in the bar. And we kind of exchanged nasty words. I don't even know what it was about. But next thing I know, we're standing next to each other for about 5 minutes, kind of looking at each other. And I realized that was the girl that I was set up with on the blind date.
I was asked to go to a sorority function. And I said yes to a girl that ended up driving me crazy the whole day. And you had to take a bus to this thing in San Francisco, and it was just, and I learned that like being the nice guy and saying yes when it's just probably not a good idea, it's better sometimes to say no.
We went to this Chinese place in Phoenix, so we ended up getting a table, and I'm not nervous or anything, So we sit down, we talk just for a little bit, then we end up ordering our food. We end up talking just for a little bit, and then next thing you know, she says, hey, can you excuse me? I need to go use the restroom. So 25 minutes passes by, and I'm still sitting there. So eventually she comes out within like the next 2 or 3 minutes, and she comes out red, and she's like, I'm so sorry, I'm sorry. I was in the restroom for a while, and I took a number 2, and I'm just so embarrassed. She's all red, and she's like, I just have to go, like, we shouldn't talk again. And so she leaves, and I never see her again.